appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
We have already started here. That's very neat. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Cucurella. And it's played forward. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Romero, who played through for the wide man. Tagliafico, that looks a good cross. There's the header! Laporte. Cucurella. Raya, forwards and with intent. Laporte. Kubasi. How Kubasi, early ball out from the back. Grimaldo, done delicately. Romero. Senesi. Otamendi. Acuna. Senesi. Aim forwards. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Laporte. Mosquera, gently done. And it's Toro. Cucurella. That's tidy. And here's Llorente. Llorente! And he has kept it out somehow.
Marcos Llorente really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Romero, Tagliafico, Pedro Porro, Cucurella, Otamendi, Palacios, Otamendi. Moved on forwards. Senesi. And it's Llorente. He's shifting through the gears here. No way through, so back it comes. Mosquera. And it's Grimaldo. That has found him in acres of space. Oh, that's nice. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Played out to the right. That's really well manoeuvred. Cucurella. Cucurella. Spain.
Well, we're seeing a better spell of passing here, Peter, so
We are.
you're getting some short, crisp passing and much more purpose behind it.
And they're keeping the ball.
Well, in some way, that qualifies as good defence too, doesn't it?
Looking for a decent ball in. Cucurella crosses. No, that's overhit. Rooney played out to the left flank. Senesi. Great run on the overlap here. Now here's the delivery. Raya attempts a clearance. And it's Grimaldo. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Grimaldo. Oh, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Cucurella. Pedro Porro. Howson. Howson going full steam ahead down the left flank. So who's he picking out? Delivered across. Tagliafico. He's found a way through. Llorente. Howson. So we're still where we started right now. Mosquera. And here's Llorente. And it's Grimaldo. And he's got his cross in. And out it comes again. Palacios. Pedro Porro. Cucurella. Mosquera. Pedro Porro. Mosquera. Brilliantly cut out. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Howson. Grimaldo looks to get on the end of this. Otamendi. Musso shifted upfield. Laporte. And it's Grimaldo. Kubasi. And he goes cross-field. And it's Grimaldo. Kubasi. Mosquera. Laporte. Mosquera. Pedro Porro, and it's lofted through here. Tries to get it clear, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Senesi. Acuna. Otamendi. Aim forwards. Unai Simon is there, and he can get that clear. Laporte. Unai Simon. Acuna. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Oh, great chance! And the keeper has it. Oh, he'd able to reach that. And it's going to be another throw. Senesi. Acuna. Now that's well seen too. Howson. Cucurella. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Decent progress down the left. He is just caressing the ball. Referee's given a throw. Palacios. Tagliafico. Musso. Otamendi. That's really well manoeuvred. Howson. Raya. Raya, gently done. Laporte. Spain can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Raya. Moved on forwards. It's just beyond his reach. Palacios. Senesi. Otamendi. And it's played forward. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Argentina clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Howson. Pedro Porro. Howson. Cucurella. Wins the duel this time. Senesi. Senesi played up towards the front line. Howson. Unai Simon. Laporte. Kibasi. Spain getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Senesi. Acuna. Otamendi. Palacios spreads it out wide. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Unai Simon. Pedro Porro is onto it in a flash. Otamendi. Otamendi forwards and with intent. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Takes a shot! Gets it away. Acuna. Palacios played into space. Grimaldo proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Grimaldo. That's really well manoeuvred. Howson. Can he latch on to this? Llorente! And the ball's come loose here. Could be danger here. And it's Cucurella. He's through here. Shapes to shoot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Llorente. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, it's come loose. Senesi. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Una Simon can get it clear. Laporte. Howson. Pedro Porro, now he's off and running. Otamendi. Senesi. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Mosquera. And it's Llorente. Pedro Porro. And the half-time whistle goes. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Argentina, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And the game has already resumed here. So neither side has yet broken through. A chance to play it in. He's cut it out. And that has been clubbed away. Raya. Grimaldo. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Played back in. And here's Llorente. Mosquera. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. That has been knocked clear. Laporte. Rulli. Palacios. Tagliafico. Romero. Oh, sweet feet. Palacios. Senesi. Otamendi. Palacios. Otamendi. Llorente. Now it's Llorente. Out to the right. And it's Grimaldo. Grimaldo keeps his foot on the gas. There are a few waiting. There's the shot! Oh, super goal! About as smooth as it gets. The second half off to a spectacular start. You run short of superlatives. That was extra special. Spain have broken through. It's 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Rulli. Moved on forwards.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Raya. Unai Simon. Cucurella. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. Llorente. Grimaldo shoots! It's anyone's ball now. Defending of the desperate variety. Laporte. Grimaldo. Pau Kubasi receives it in a wide position. And that has been cleared. Danger averted for now. Acuna. Rulli. And it's played forward. Howson, gently done. And it's Porro. Cucurella. Does well to get it back. That's an imaginative pass. That's a nicely shaped ball. Raya cuts it out. Keeper's got good distance on that. Well read, nice interception. Pedro Porro. Tagliafico. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And it's Cucurella. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. He has found a way through. Real chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're up in the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Pedro Porro goes short. Can he finish? Well, that is rather wayward. Romero. It's a good run down the right. Tagliafico. They get a throw in. Tagliafico. That's a cute ball. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Argentina really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And it's Laporte. Plenty waiting in the middle. Up he goes! On the ball, that's another chance! Cleared away. Whistle's gone, that's foul. He is through here. Senesi. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cucurella. And it's Porro. Pedro Porro played with finesse. And claimed it back swiftly. Romero. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Time and again they are repelled. Romero shifted upfield. Raya. Mosquera. Raya, aim forwards. Palacios. Spread out to the left. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Unai Simon. And it's Grimaldo. Kubasi. Mosquera. Mosquera, forwards and with intent. Kubasi. Oh, nice touch. Laporte. Showing good feet. Hit into the middle. Rooney getting this one clear. Musso. Otamendi. And it's played forward. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. Muscular approach does pay off here. And it's Cucurella. Palacios. Romero. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Otamendi. Nicely intercepted. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And here's Llorente. Mosquera. Laporte. Laporte. Palacios. Rulli. Romero. Quality ball. Raya gets over and intercepts. Howson. Cucurella. Into the last quarter of an hour. Unai Simon. Unai Simon shifted upfield. Otamendi. Rulli. Rulli goes forward. Unai Simon makes the interception. Howson. Pedro Porro. Unai Simon. Grimaldo. Kubasi. And it's Grimaldo. Pau Kubasi looking to hit the byline here. Musso tries to clear. Laporte. Cucurella. Oh, that's a fine challenge.
Spain surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Moved on forwards. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Llorente. Musso does really well to win the ball there. Oh, good spread. Tagliafico. Very nicely done. Time to deliver. Howson gets rid without sophistication. Tagliafico battling down that right flank. Deflected behind for a corner kick. It's really well cleared.
Argentina really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Cucurella. That's really well manoeuvred. Cucurella. This interception, his positioning was spot on.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Up towards the front line. He's got away. Senesi chips it through.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Great defending, strong and determined. Musso. Otamendi.
Time is ticking away, and they're playing as if they're defending a lead. They've got to get it up the pitch.
Kubasi. Unai Simon. Cucurella. Succumbs to the pressure. Palacios. Moved on forwards. Tagliafico looking to run onto it. It's a throw-in.
To nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
And he's there to clear it.
Argentina really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Pedro Porro. Howson. Pedro Porro. Howson. Mosquera. Llorente does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Calmly anticipates. Rulli. Romero. And that will be the final act. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. So it's away we go then. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, you can never emphasise enough just how important it is to have a dependable goalkeeper, and this fella, Emi Martinez, is certainly one that fits the bill. He's one of the characters left in the game nowadays. I mean, people describe him as a little eccentric, and truth be told, he is at times, but I think we need that in the modern game. We need our characters, we need our big personalities, and I'm glad we've got one here.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Acuna. Oh, that's nice. Senesi. Senesi. A heavy challenge. Laporte did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a cute ball. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's Llorente. Cucurella. Otamendi. Acuna. Senesi. Oh, this looks sharp. Kubasi. Raya. Laporte. Kubasi. How Kubasi shifted upfield. Senesi. Ooh, delicate chip through. And that has been cleared. Acuna. And the shot! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And he cuts out the supply. Rooney. Otamendi. Rooney. That's a lovely, neat pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cucurella. Pedro Porro. Cucurella. There will be a throw-in. Romero picks it up now. Romero showing good feet, and that's aimed into the middle. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Laporte. Kubasi. And it's played forward. And it's Llorente. Palacios. Rooney. Oh, there's a probing ball. Over to the left. Senesi. And he decides to cross it. Howson attempts a clearance. Howson.
Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
Palacios. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Calmly anticipates. Mosquera. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Pedro Porro. Decent progress down the left. Nice control. Always played it in low. Otamendi. Acuna. Rousseau. Otamendi. Lofted upfield. Mosquera. So it is still 0-0. Cucurella. Palacios. Rulli. Rulli. Up towards the front line. Kubasi. Raya forwards and with intent. Otamendi. Succumbs to the pressure. Laporte. Kubasi. Grimaldo. They get a throw in. And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Senesi. Otamendi. Acuna. Palacios. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Great defending, strong and determined. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Cucurella. Pedro Porro tries a cross. Acuna. Oh, perfectly measured that. Face to face with the keeper. Chance for a shot! Goal! Argentina!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Argentina have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Cucurella. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Romero. Palacios. Rousseau. Moved on forwards. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pedro Porro. Howson. Oh, he's found support out wide. That is lovely. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Cucurella. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Pete.
Romero. Oh, sweet feet. There's the shot! Pedro Porro. Howson. Pedro Porro. Otamendi. Cucurella. Pedro Porro going full tilt down the left. Mosquera played out to the left flank. And that is out of play. Howson. And it's Porro. Oh, nicely intercepted. Senesi. Senesi, gently done. And the keeper has it. Cucurella. Unai Simon. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Otamendi. Laporte. Kubasi. And it's Grimaldo. Kubasi. That's good play. Cucurella. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Mosquera. Spread out to the left. Lovely bit of skill. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Grimaldo. Kubasi. Looks to the other side. Cucurella. Howson. Looking for a decent ball in. Now that's well seen too. Played back in. Mosquera. Laporte. Now who's going to be first to this? Argentina are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Cucurella. And here's Llorente. Llorente! He has done it! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
It's a pretty loose pass. Mosquera. Cucurella. Howson. Pedro Porro. Howson, who's on a run down the left wing. Palacios. Well-timed, excellent interception. Laporte. Raya. Pau Kubasi, aim forwards. Llorente. Otamendi. Palacios. Otamendi. Musso, driven forward. Raya gets across to intercept that. That's really well manoeuvred. Cucurella. And it's Porro. Howson. Unai Simon. Howson. That's very neat. Great work on the overlap. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Climbs up big! Goal! Spain! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Spain go into the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And that could set him on his way. He's away! And that's been won straight back. Tagliafico. Acuna. Cucurella. And it's half-time here. Leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Argentina really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, that's neat. A chance to play it in. He has found the way through. He can get that clear. Romero. Musso. Senesi forwards and with intent.
Argentina clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Cucurella. Romero. Rulli. Otamendi. Senesi. Palacios shifted upfield.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Oh, that's a clever looking ball. And they've got rid and reclaimed it in a trice. Tagliafico. Grimaldo. Raya. Grimaldo. Raya. Moved on forwards. Mosquera. Cucurella. Howson. And it's Toro. Nice defending, physical and effective. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, can he get onto this? What a throw in. Cucurella. Howson. Mosquera. Raya. And it's played forward. Laporte. Grimaldo. And it's Grimaldo. And here's Llorente. Otamendi cuts it out. Romero. Musso. Aim forwards. forward. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Otamendi. Musso, gently done. Howson. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Pedro Porro. Romero cuts out the pass. Rooney forwards and with intent. Romero. Otamendi. Mosquera. Laporte, who's set up one goal so far. Raya. Well read, nice interception. Pedro Porro. Laporte. Quarter of an hour into the second half.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much...
Llorente! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Talifico. Oh, such a clever touch. It's a good-looking delivery.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Howson. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro on a charge down the left. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Romero. Palacios. Moved on forwards. Raya gets over and intercepts. Muscular approach does pay off here. Otamendi. Palacios. Aim forwards. Otamendi. Howson. Unai Simon. Mosquera. Cucurella. Raya. Mosquera. And it's played forward. Laporte. Mosquera. It's just beyond his reach. It's run loose here. Argentina have reclaimed it. That's really well manoeuvred. Nice Ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's Toro. Cucurella. Does really well to win the ball there. Rulli. Rousseau. Rulli. Howson. Pedro Porro. Howson. Cucurella. Cucurella shifted upfield. And he's well positioned. And he'll shoot here! Pedro Porro falls short. So who's he picking out? Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Otamendi. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Raya makes the interception. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Pedro Porro. Played into space out wide. Very nicely done. Plenty waiting in the middle. And it's Cucurella. Out to the left it goes. Half an hour gone in the second half. Howson. Cucurella. And here's Llorente! Llorente! He should have put that one away.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
It's a mighty effort! He's scored! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Spain take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win. And the pass is intercepted. Llorente knocks it out wide. Lovely feet. And that has been clubbed away. it's Cucurella. Out towards the flank. Aimed in towards the centre. Hefty challenge, but fair enough. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Senesi. Senesi forwards and with intent. Senesi. Raya. Unai Simon. Kubasi. Cucurella wins the duel this time. Pedro Porro. Raya. Unai Simon. Laporte. That's the throw. Acuna. Time to deliver. And that has sent him sprawling. That has been cut short. And that's a throw. There are a few waiting for it. Romero played out towards the right wing. Romero crosses it in. Oh, he's asking too much with that. Musso. That's really well manoeuvred. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Senesi. Otamendi. Aim forwards. Well read, nice interception. This could be their final throw of the dice. Cleared away. Romero. Romero looking to hit the byline here. Kubasi. Mosquera. Kubasi. Unai Simon, gently done. Pedro Porro. Howson. Howson chooses to go cross-field. And it's Llorente. Cucurella. Pau Kubasi gets into a good position. Acuna. Otamendi. Acuna. That is a great pick out. And he's onside. Deep cross. Pedro Porro. Cucurella. Howson. Pedro Porro. Cucurella. Pedro Porro. Unai Simon. Palacios. Musso. And there goes the final whistle. Argentina played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so There's the whistle, and here we go. Musso. Palacios. Otamendi. And he cuts out the supply. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Argentina clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Rulli. Driven forward. Pedro Porro. Howson. And it's Porro. Lovely bit of skill. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, nicely intercepted. And that's put paid to a promising move. Grimaldo. And he goes cross-field. Pedro Porro. Howson. Pedro Porro. Cucurella. Laporte. Acuna. Clipped into space. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Raya. Unai Simon. Mosquera. Unai Simon. Cucurella. Musso. Palacios. Musso. Otamendi. Aim forwards. Musso. And it's played forward. Senesi. Senesi drives forward on the overlap. Oh, it's played into the air. Climbs up big! Harmlessly behind. Laporte. Kubasi. And it's Grimaldo. Llorente. Grimaldo. Grimaldo, gently done. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Palacios. Senesi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Grimaldo absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Moved on forwards. Grimaldo chasing after it. Otamendi. Musso goes forward. Senesi. And that's aimed into the middle. Now that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Romero. And it's Porro. Spain just doing what they're good at. Possession-based football. It's lovely.
Nice to watch. Yeah, it's all about passing in little intricate triangles, trying to force a few of their opponents out of position and then exploit the space.
Palacios. Otamendi. Senesi forwards and with intent. Kubasi. Argentina are applying all the early pressure.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Cucurella. Howson. Taliafico. That's really well manoeuvred. Acuna. Acuna. Oh, such a clever touch. Nice physical challenge. Cucurella defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Raya gets across to intercept that. Mosquera. Still goalless at the moment. Good work on the right flank here. That's good play. And it's Laporte. Mosquera. There's the shot! Muscular approach does pay off here. Laporte concedes a free kick for that. time. Excellent interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Palacios. Otamendi. Palacios, gently done. Romero picks it up now. That's very neat. So who's he picking out? Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Howson. Pedro Porro. Unai Simon. Unai Simon shifted upfield. Palacios. Tagliafico. Romero. That's a nicely weighted pass. Proves too strong. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Raya, gently done. It's really a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Kubasi. Grimaldo in acres of space out wide. And he's there to clear it. Senesi. Rousseau. Otamendi. Up towards the front line. Great defending, strong and determined. Palacios. Otamendi. Kubasi. And it's Grimaldo. Pau Kubasi, played over towards the opposite flank. Cucurella. Mosquera. Pedro Porro. That's tidy. Oh, it's a great... And the shot! Goal! Spain!